Greetings, it is I, Ryuji Dread. How are all of you doing today, Dread Knights? We have two Christmas special watch-alongs that are going to be back-to-back. Originally, it was going to be Frosty and Frosty Returns, but Frosty Returns is pretty hard to actually find on services to stream. So we're going to be watching, without commercials, Frosty the Snowman. Then immediately after this broadcast, immediately afterwards, we're going to be doing Charlie Brown Christmas. And then later tonight, 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing the Christmas Carol watch-along that'll lead us into Christmas. And that'll be the end of all our Christmas activities for the month of December here on the channel. So, right up from the bat, we're going to start with Frosty the Snowman. As with all Christmas special watch-alongs, I cannot stream the Christmas special. I can only stream my reactions to it, so you will have to have it queued up on your end. It's available to rent on various different platforms. You can kind of do the research and you will find out for yourself which one. Usually in Discord, if you're a part of my Discord, I give you information as to where you can find these movies first and foremost. So, with that being said, we're going to count down. This is a short Christmas special, only 25 minutes in length. So, we're going to count down to the start of 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, press play. So we're treated to Snowflake's classic 2D animation. One thing you're going to notice is the person who's narrating this Christmas special is Jimmy Durante, if I remember that's his name. He's a famous singer who's actually the one familiar for Frosty the Snowman. As you can see, like with everything that's HD remastered, the snowflakes, the way they fall, the frame rate is a little rough at the beginning, and then it starts to pick up a little bit there. You'll also notice the line animation here is a little bit more crisp in certain retrospects. Jimmy Durante's voice is very good for this narration, very whimsical. So, the first snow we're talking about here, Dread Knights. Something wonderful is about to happen with snow. Okay, so we're treated to, it looks like a school. So these kids didn't have off for snow day? Wow, must be a rough thing. Must be like, well, now, instead they have to do remote learning as opposed to snow days. That's the sad part. These kids are actually at school in the snow. That's happened to me back in the day, too. So, she hired a magician to be able to teach the kids magic. How would this guy make it in a snowstorm? That's what I want to know. He's the worst magician in the world? Well, that's not good. We can see he's very clumsy. Maybe that's why he's the worst magician in the world. We'll say that the animation frame rate is a little off-putting. Maybe it's because of the HD remaster of it. You can kind of tell that he doesn't look very friendly of a magician. You can tell just with the mustache. Usually if you have a mustache in cartoons of this nature, it usually means you're a bad guy. Just think of Dick Dastardly. And children are not very impressed. Look at their eye reaction there. Show, don't tell. That's the golden rule of anything you do in production. Hocus Pocus. He's trying to get a rabbit out of his hat. He's angry, you could tell, just from his eye. I will give them props, at least, even though the animation isn't very crisp and amazing by my standards. They did a pretty good job of conveying that these characters actually have emotion in this universe. So this rabbit is trying to bounce out of the way, literally hopping out. That's probably the only thing that's really entertaining the kids. 3 o'clock, it's time for them to leave. Why would you ask for a magician to actually come towards the end of the school day for that? And, well, he just got ran over. The magician's probably down in his luck. So we have children playing in the schoolyard. You can tell they're very happy, whimsical. And I will say, they all have the same smile animation. It's a little bit creepy. It's like, one of us, one of us. So Karen, wow, nowadays a Karen wouldn't be very welcomed into anybody's group. Just saying. Just saying, Dread Knights. So they're building a snowman. Trying to figure out what they're going to call him. Harold the Snowman doesn't seem like a good name. Christopher Robin. Wow, they dropped the Winnie the Pooh joke. Oh, man, that would be a weird one. So Karen gave Frosty the name. Interesting. Wow, that animation is really off-putting now that I look at this. Like, look at their eyes, the way they were looking up. It seems really odd and not as much production values as everything you've seen in this time period. So they're singing the classic Frosty the Snowman song. I cannot sing that, obviously, because I would get DMCA'd, but everybody knows. If you're more than welcome to Sing along. Oh, looks like the rabbit is hopping around. Looks like the hat is gonna make its way. Uh-oh, the hat just got carried by the wind. Well, she put the hat on the snowman. Holy crap! That snowman came to life. He must be killed or something, right? Wow, the magic in the hat. He actually had magic after all, I suppose. Yeah. He's surprised that his hat is actually magical. It brought Frosty life, and then Frosty automatically stopped. He wants his hat back. Well, it is his property. It's only fair, right? Why is it not his anymore? He didn't throw it away. The rabbit was carrying it. What is she saying? That's not true at all. That's not... No carrots. They're not going to give him any carrots. Why can't he take the hat back? It's his property. These kids. I mean, finders keepers. Well, he's going to lie about it. Oh, the rabbit's calling him out on that BS. That rabbit needs to be better taken care of. It looks like he has pink eye. A millionaire magician. See, he's all about the money. It's not about the entertainment value. Such a shame. Such a shame indeed, Dread Knights. Silly children believe everything? I don't think they believe everything. Snowman could come to life. I'm pretty sure they can. Silly, silly, silly. He's trying to gaslight them into thinking Frosty didn't come to life. Yeah, poor Frosty. They don't care. It could have been their imagination, perhaps. Wow, so they're going to believe that the snowman is real? Frosty the Snowman, Videocraft International Limited. And told and sung by Jimmy Durante, who is the guy who sang the Frosty the Snowman song, starring Billy DeWolf, the magician, and Jackie Vernon as Frosty. Wow, Jackie Vernon was the voice of Frosty. That's surprising. Produced and directed by Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass. All Christmas specials back in this time period were Rankin and Bass. So, how's the hat going to get back to Frosty, I wonder? How is this narrator saying that this hat wasn't owned by the magician when it was originally his? Yeah, he was. What is he going to do? Hocus Pocus the rabbit just left with the hat? He changed it for a reef? That's a very slick rabbit. But the rabbit's technically stealing the hat too, right? Dude paid for that hat, almost certainly. So he raced back to the children. We have the crossing guard that was probably confused about that school. Not even the school is written very asymmetrical. This animation is not as... Now when I'm really looking at this in HD, this is some terrible animation. Oh, so she's gonna put the hat back on her? Like a typical Karen taking something that doesn't belong to you, I suppose. Well, it looks like Frosty came back to life. Frosty is probably the easiest character to draw now I think about it in this animation, because you don't have to actually give him a neck. You have to do is draw circles. Snowman can't talk. He's sentient, and he knows that Snowman can't talk. So what's going on here, then? What do you mean, what's the joke? He's thinking he's alive. He can make words. He can move. How's he able to talk without moving his lips? That's kind of creepy now I think about it. He count to 10. Can he count to 10? He must be very intelligent as a snowman. 9? Yeah, I think he got the counting wrong. Well, we can't have him count down for any of the watch-alongs here, Dread Knights. He seems very happy. This is so poorly animated now that I think about it. It's really taking me out of it. He's happy to be alive. He's got a button nose and a corncob pipe. So, he's gonna play with the children. Jimmy Durante's singing the song again. I cannot sing that. So, this hat is magical, but we don't know exactly why it was magical for whatever purposes. So, the kids are gonna play with him in the snow. Wouldn't you think teachers walking by, or parents, or adults would find it kind of creepy that there's a sentient snowman just walking around and singing with them? Like, in this day and age, they'd probably try to shoot him. Uh-oh, why is he feeling sick or something? Was he wrong? He's looking for thermometer. What's wrong? What's going on? Temperature's rising. That means Frosty's gonna die then, I suppose. It's getting red, yeah. Why do you hate red thermometers? Yeah, the temperature goes up and he's gonna be dead. Is he gonna say he's dead? He's gonna melt. Well, when he starts to melt, that's it. Wishy-washy. That's an interesting way to put it. So Karen's trying to find a place for him where he's not gonna melt. The North Pole. How are you gonna take the snowman to the North Pole? These kids have no money. With what ticket? How's he gonna be able to buy a ticket? He has no money. He's a talking snowman. They're gonna make a party to take him to the North Pole. A parade. Okay. Well, I mean, at the very least, he might be just helping the kids cope with the fact that he might melt before he gets to the North Pole. And the sun was hot. Well, I suppose... I guess they'll have some fun before it melts away. Yes, see, he had the right idea. He was like, maybe we're not going to actually make it to the North Pole, so we'll have some fun before I melt. Wow, there's just a random band playing as they're marching there? How convenient is that? Convenient plot device is convenient. Well, at least you know they didn't have to work too hard on the animation there, because look at the way they're moving, even the feet. That guy's like a recycled magician dude. You notice? Same animation. Even the woman is kind of like similar to Karen. Oh man, he just cut off his mustache. I'd be firing that barber. Oh, why does that girl look like Veruca Salt from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? Well, even the rabbit is getting in on it. Hocus Pocus was its name, right? So they're going to follow the leader here. They're playing leapfrog. Well, at least the kids are very happy. I mean, if it were me as a kid and a snowman came to life, I'd probably be more freaked out than anything. Oh, there's the traffic guard. Remember, we saw him very early on in this special. So I think he's going to finally come back. Oh, stop. Gotta stop. Uh-oh, he's not happy with him at all. He's pissed at him. Oh, man, he's an Irish police officer, too. He might hit him with a billy club or something. Oh, he's trying to tell him. He doesn't know. He's a snowman. Wants a ticket. He could give him a ticket for jaywalking. Oh, he thinks it's a ticket for the train. Oh, Karen's going to be a Karen now and tell the cop how to do his job? Because he just came to life? You can't give him a ticket? He's going to believe that? He just came to life? Move along. He didn't even think about that? Silly snowman, once they come to life, they don't know. Yeah, did you just realize it? Oh, he swallowed his... Yeah, he should have been freaked out a long time ago. Like, wouldn't that... That wasn't a guy in a suit. It was pretty obvious, right? You know, the one thing about poor Frosty, he's not anatomically correct. And he's kind of technically naked. When you stop and think about it. They couldn't give him any other clothes. He's got a hat and he's got a scarf, but they couldn't give him pants and a shirt. Okay, so they made it down to the train station. Karen? With what money? Ticket to the North Pole. Yeah, how are you gonna give him a ticket? But how are you gonna pay for this? You need money to go on the train. It's not cheap, right? It takes this much work to make a ticket. I guess back in the day when you didn't have computers, you couldn't print this stuff typed out. Saskatchewan, Hudson Bay. Wow, he has to go through how many pit stops he has to go through? Wow. $3,000 for that ticket, including tax. Well, at least tax is included. You don't have any money, you can't go on the train. Yeah. No money, no ticket. What do you think, Karen? This is for free? Stop being a Karen. Yeah, no money, no ticket. Well, that's gonna suck for Frosty. I mean, technically they stole this magician's hat. How is he gonna get to the North Pole now? Karen said. Karen's taking smitten to Frosty. Oh, the rabbit's trying to tell him something. What's this rabbit doing? Hocus. Who needs, like, some eye drops for his pink eye that hasn't been cured? A refrigerated box cart on a train headed north. What are they going to do? They're going to put him on this train? So wait, he didn't pay for the ticket. So in this Christmas special so far, they've said it's okay to steal property that's not yours, and it's okay to hitch a ride on a train without paying for a ticket. What a terrible message to teach children. That train whistle blow thing is probably the most... best looking thing in this animation. I kid you not, Tread Knights. Alright. Let's go. Is it gonna come to the North Pole? How is she gonna make it in the North Pole? She's dressed in like a little red sweater. She would die at the North Pole. It doesn't even make sense. Hocus Pocus is going with them too? So she's going with Frosty. The rest of the kids are gonna stay behind. The kids are all waving. Karen, like, has no disregard for the rules. So 2 people hitched a ride. Bunch of lawbreakers here. And we think that the Grinch was right. Oh, look, a third lawbreaker here. We got the magician. What was his name? Harold the Magician, I think, or something like that? Think nasty. Oh, he's channeling his inner Dick Dastardly right now. Well, The train is pulling out of the station here. How is Karen going to be able to survive in that refrigerated box cart? It would probably kill her, would it not? If you're a snowman. Yeah, but if you're or a rabbit, because the rabbit can hibernate. But Karen should be freezing. That's what you get for being Karen. Of course she's going to be cold. Yeah. She's a human. She's in a refrigerator with very low temperatures. I like that they were able to animate her actually shaking back and forth. Yeah, she would have not. She was going to get pneumonia. So how's she going to help him? Or he help her? When it stopped what they do. Christmas travelers. That's a bullet train. So he's going to take her and put her somewhere else. Ow. Oh, see? Now the magician's stuck. But where are they going to go? Because he's not going to be able to get to the North Pole if we left the train. Professor Hinkle. Okay, excuse me. That's the name of him. He's a very forgetful character. Well, he fell down. Comic relief here. Good sound design there. I will say there's not a lot of good, lighting effects here. It's very basic standard animation. I think the snowflakes are probably the best animated thing in here. That's what's happening. It looks like a blizzard now. She's gonna die of hypothermia if they're not careful, now that I think about it. He's just running in the blizzard. Even the rabbit is cold. So if the rabbit is cold, Karen's gonna... Yeah. She's sneezing again. She's gonna get, pneumonia. She's gonna have to find a house of some sort. Poor Frosty. Yeah, he has to get Karen somewhere warm. If not, she's gonna be dead. Yeah, even he knows. Gotta create a fire. He can't make a fire because he would die. Yeah, he would melt away, big time. Almost certainly he would melt away. They're gonna have to keep moving, yeah. How far will they go? How far do you think they'll go, Dread Knights? Magical. Where are they going? Christmas Eve. Woodland animals. Woodland creatures assemble! Right? So they're just have woodland creatures there decorating Christmas tree. That's interesting. Well, he's going to speak to the animals. That's actually pretty smart. Well, Frosty is way more intelligent than somebody that was just born today, right? They're going to try to build a fire for her. It doesn't look like he was actually talking to him, just using sign language. I suppose that's a form of language, I suppose, Dread Knights? Alright, so what are they going to do? They're actually building the fire. How are they going to be able to do it, though? I'm surprised the squirrels were able to hold twigs to create that. That seems highly unlikely. Why would animals create a if Smokey the Bear were around, he'd be pretty pissed off. Because he'd be like, only you can prevent forest fires, but they made a fire in the middle of the forest. Very irresponsible. Yeah, Frosty better stay away from that flame, because if not, he'll die. What's the rabbit doing? Yeah, they gotta find someone. They need, Santa. Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be anybody that's gonna help. The military's definitely gonna help. If they see a talking snowman, they'll shoot on sight. No, definitely not the president. The president of the United States that's coming in would probably shoot Frosty on sight, too. Yeah, they gotta find somebody nearby. So, Hocus has the idea of getting Santa Claus to help. Yeah, but how are you gonna get to Santa Claus? You didn't think of the idea. Give credit to where credit's due. Why is Frosty demanding Hocus do something? Right here. Poor dude. They're gonna wait all night for Santa Claus to come? That doesn't seem like a good idea, right? They literally waited all night for Santa to come. Wouldn't Karen's parents be, dead scared for her right now? Because where is she? It's late at night. The parents would drown this kid. Uh-oh. It's the magician. How dare you? No, he's gonna be mean. Is he gonna put the... Why did you put the campfire out, you jerk? She's gonna get sick. Oh, he's demanding the hat, or else what? Yeah, good question. Give him the hat. Whoa, he's trying to hit him. Frosty's... What's Frosty doing? Oh, he's gonna... I guess he could be used as a bobsled. That makes a lot of sense. Belly Whopper. That's pretty cool. Why isn't Frosty a Snowman a skin in Fortnite? Just saying. That would have been kind of cool. Christmas skin. The magician's able to chase after him, Professor Hinkle. Yeah, it doesn't think you're going to get your hat back. Country nursery? What? What is that a nursery for, though? It's a greenhouse. I've never heard of greenhouses being called nursery. Why does it look like they're growing pot in there from the initial one? It's poinsettias, okay. I was about to say, it looked like they were growing weed for a second. I'm like, whoa, this Christmas special was way risky. The animation got a little bit better as it progressed. Yeah, she's gonna mount. Oh, he's gonna mount. He's only gonna stay inside for a minute, but what happens if the doors get locked? It's gonna take a little wait. He wants to make sure she's okay. At least Frosty's a good friend, right? Trying to make sure everything's fine. Yeah, he really is. Might be 07 for the poor dude pretty soon. Uh-oh. He's looking a little winded here. Uh-oh, he locked the door. Frosty, I knew this was gonna happen. Oh, poor Frosty. He's gonna melt and then you're gonna take the hat. What a jerk. He's literally willing to kill a snowman. And Santa's coming. Oh no. But Karen's nowhere near. Is Hocus gonna tell what happened? Well, Hocus is gonna tell on him. No. He's telling the whole thing. Where's Santa gonna go? How would Santa visit woodland animals? That seems crazy. Yeah, they didn't find Frosty and Karen. They went to the greenhouse. This is one smart rabbit. Uh-oh. It looks bad. They got in there. It's sad. It looks like Frosty 07. Okay, we got some 07s in the chat for Frosty. Oh, she crying. She lost her friend. One of a few times Karen shouldn't be punished, right? A Karen should not be punished in this situation. I will admit the puddle effect is actually pretty well animated. Here comes the song. We're getting a flashback sequence here to just kind of commemorate the life and times of Frosty the Snowman. Kind of interesting here. I like how they make it very foggy in terms of the animation. A little bit of sparkles is a nice touch. If you think of it, this is probably one of the more basic Christmas specials. It's literally just based on the song. There's not really anything else that went on. They adapted a little bit to kind of extend the story, but... yeah, they were too late. Frosty's 07 and Santa even looks a little sad. Too late. Hey, isn't this the guy that was one of the voices in Rudolph? Yeah. This is the lion. This is the guy who was the lion in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. The lion, the king of the misfit, the island of misfit toys. Interesting. They got him to do this voice. Cool. Yeah, summer rain, but it'll always come back to you, I guess. December wind, it'll come back. Yeah, so he's gonna be able to come back eventually. Oh, she's crying. What's his friend? What's he gonna do? Oh, he was able to bring back Frosty to life? I guess with Santa magic, right? They just need the hat, though. They don't have the hat. Oh, there's the hat. Uh-oh. There goes the magician. Well, I mean, it technically is his property. Oh, he's gonna fight up with Santa Claus? Uh-oh. What's gonna... He's not gonna get any presents ever again? Isn't he a little old to believe in Santa Claus? Just saying. He just picked as a random dude at a Christmas store, right? No more anything. Wow. I mean, it is kind of fair if you're being naughty, I suppose, right? We evil magicians. He even admits to him that he's an evil magician. He's gonna make him write a letter of apology, 100 zillion times. Maybe he'll give him a present tomorrow morning. Wow. Maybe a new hat. That would be kind of nice, I suppose, but should he be rewarded? Is he gonna actually do his writing? Wow. Wow. This guy was probably one of the most annoying villains in a Christmas special, in my personal opinion. He wasn't even threatening, he was just annoying. Oh, and put the hat back on him. Frosty's gonna come to life. Whimsical music to imply this is a happy moment. Karen got her wish, so Frosty's alive again. It's good for him and her. And Santa even. Good old Jolly Saint Nick. I will say the animation is really poor. So what's gonna happen here? Santa just gonna deliver Karen back home? How is she gonna deal with her parents, though? She's gonna be in so much trouble. Isn't Mayor Karen kind of like in love with Frosty? She's a little too old for you. Well, Frosty leaves, and he'll always come back every year with the Christmas snow. So every year, Frosty comes back to the town to visit the children for Christmas, and that's the end of it. Written by Romeo Mueller, based on the song by Steve Nelson and Jack Rollins. So I stand corrected. Jimmy Durante didn't sing it. Voices: Paul Frees and June Foray. Sound and effects engineer: Jim Harris, Phil Kanye. Character design: Paul Coker, what a name. Continuity design, animation supervisor: Steve Nakagawa. There was a lot of Japanese animators and directors in Rankin and Bass for all these specials. Oh, look, he did come back. And Jimmy Durante, wishing us a very, very Merry Christmas. And that's it. Frosty's getting back on his sled and going back to the North Pole with Santa. I wonder if he works with Santa. There is a Frosty and Rudolph crossover, but I'm not going to be able to watch it this year. We don't have enough time for it. So Frosty will return again one day. There's a Frosty Return special. I didn't have time to be able to find the streaming service to rent it to be able to. My apologies. I know it was on the schedule ahead of time. But that was Frosty Snowman. Honest thoughts, it doesn't hold up as well as an adult as it did as a child. I feel like it's a little bit flat in certain areas. I feel like the animation style is just a little wee bit not my taste. I understand it's a very old animation, you know? It's one of those things. It's not super great. It's not super bad. I feel like some of the animation is a little bit deal breaker-ish for me. Like when the children are all smiling, they have the same animation style, their eyes in certain scenes, just some of the stuff. It looks a little rough around the edges, and then the HD remaster doesn't do it much justice. This is my sister's favorite Christmas special. She really enjoys it. She really enjoys the song. Maybe she identified with the character of Karen, because Karen was a little girl, and, you know, bright eyes. And you're a little girl. I guess we would probably identify more with Frosty than I suppose a male would, perhaps. They're Dread Knights. With that being said, that is it for today's Frosty the Snowman watch-along. Immediately after this one, airing on YouTube, will be a Charlie Brown Christmas. So don't go anywhere. That one will be starting in about 2 minutes from now. So definitely be on the lookout for that one. As always, thank you for watching with me. Thank you for hanging out with me. I do greatly appreciate it. And most importantly, I appreciate you. I will see you in literally 2 minutes for the next watch along. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.